Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Reverend Kristen Kephart, and I am the Spiritual Director and Senior Minister here. If you've been with us for 45 years or today is your first time, please check out our website for the most current and up-to-date information. Also, on the front page of our website, if you'd like to sign up for our weekly newsletter, which arrives on Thursdays, right there, just fill out the information and you'll receive information that way as well. A couple of announcements. First one is I'm so excited that we are starting to meet outside once a month in a park. We are having our first gathering next Thursday, June 27th in Nancy Bush Park. I am so excited to see all of you in one place together. If for some reason you are concerned about social distancing, we will have that in place. We will have a system in place so you will be able to tell by color the person that you want to contact and connect with, their comfort level. We want to ensure that everyone has the experience that they are looking for. So we will be outside. So you can bring your animal on a leash. We will have water there for animals, and bring your chair. We're going to social distance. We're going to gather. We're going to share. We're going to reconnect. I can't wait. If you are wondering how to give to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, we have multiple ways. First way, you can send your check to P.O. Box 2360, Camarillo, California 93011. Second, you can sign up for text to give. It takes between 3 and 5 minutes to set up. Super easy. From then on, you, like a regular text, select our number, our secured number, put in an amount, and that is your tithe or your gift to the center. We also have PayPal. So all of these links are down below in the chat if you want to click and donate now. If you are interested in electronic tithing, please contact the office and we will be happy to discuss what the program is. We will provide you the forms and then address any questions that you have. Here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, we are radically inclusive, which means no one is excluded. Everyone is welcome. And we are spiritually progressive, and we transform lives. So I'm so excited, and I want you to know that you are honored, that you are loved, and you are seen here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. And again, I'm looking forward to seeing you face to face, eyeballs to eyeballs, in the park next Sunday, June 27th, 10:30 a.m. If for some reason you can't make it, or you really love watching service online, we will also have service online at 10:30 as well. So again, we have all the options because everyone is welcome. Next up, we have our congregational songs. So stand up, get ready to dance, get ready to sing like nobody's watching. And as we sing opening up in Sweet Surrender with Jennifer Russell and Michael Gale.
Good morning, everyone. We are so delighted to be with you today. Let's start by opening up our hearts in sweet surrender. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of God. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of God. I am opening. I am take a moment with me and put your hand on your heart. Breathe into your heart. Breathe into that love that is the center of your being. That is the beginning of all life. Always the answer. Yes, love is always the answer. Oh, and let's open up our hearts to each other. Let's hold our hands up to each other. I am so grateful that you are here, for you show me how to love. And may we unlock our hearts and be radical lovers this month. Namaste.
Hello, beloveds, and good morning, good evening, good afternoon from wherever you are watching at this moment. My name is Susan Elizabeth Espinosa, and I'm a prayer practitioner in training here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. And it is my great pleasure today to be sharing our affirmation with you. So I just invite you to settle in so that you can let these wonderfully nourishing words just sink right into your being. Enjoy the beautiful surroundings here in the gardens of Solvang, in front of my home. I just thought it was such a beautiful day. I wanted to share the beauty, a God quality, with you today. And so just settling in, breathing in and out. And our affirmation is, I move forward in my life from a place of love. I move forward in my life from a place of love. One more time. I move forward in my life from a place of love. Breathing in and out, letting the good words nourish you on this beautiful God day. Have a blessed one, loves. Let's go right into prayer as we carry the good words, the good nourishing words of the affirmation into the prayer for this beautiful, blessed day that we get to share together. And so breathing in and out, I say, how grateful am I? How grateful am I to know that the only thing that is happening right here, right now, is the presence of the divine presence, is the presence of the one, and the gratitude I have for knowing that I am one with the one, that every single cell in my body knows this as the only truth. And with this truth comes such a deep experience of joy, of love, of peace. And so in this good day, this good God day, I bring forth these God qualities right into our service, right into this time that we are sharing together. It is a beautiful day. This is a day that is unique. It has never happened before, and it will never happen again. And so what we're sharing here today is truly blessed. I say a blessing for the words and the presence and the love that Reverend Kristen brings forward to share with us today. It is always inspired. And I say thank you. I speak a blessing into the wonderful good music that Jennifer and Michael share with us this day. It is always a blessing. It is always a joy to uplift our bodies, our souls, and our hearts and our mind with the music that they share. It is just simply good. I say a blessing for the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, those that have come before us to lay the groundwork for where we are today. As we open up into this new world and we all step forward together, one heart, one mind, one soul, one breath. It is a good day that we are all sharing together. And I just say such a deep, heartfelt sense of thank you and gratitude for all that we have, for all that you have, for the blessings that are happening right here, right now in your life, for your finances, for your relationships, for your health. It is all one with the one, as are you. And you can never say thank you enough. And so I just say thank you for this day, this time, for our connection, and for the good, glorious, godly, divine day that we all get to experience together. And so with a glad and grateful heart, I release this prayer right into the universe. And say it with me, and so it is. Amen. Blessed be.
Come, whoever you are. Come, whoever you are. Wonder, worshiper, lover of living. It doesn't matter. Come, ours is not a caravan of despair. Even though you have broken your vow 1,000 times, come yet again, come yet again, ours is not a caravan of despair. Even though you have broken your vow 1,000 times, come yet again, come yet again, begin again, whoever you are.
Lovely to be with you today. I am so excited. We are in June and we've been talking about the soul's call. The soul's call is what is inside of you that is calling us to do something bigger, to do something greater, to do something in our lives where we're working towards unity. We're working towards a world that works for all. It is bigger than having interaction on the outside and talking to people and getting feedback or sharing. This is different. This is the place that's inside of you that is so sacred, that is the highest, that knows the highest and best for you. And our job is to have a relationship with it. And it is not supposed to be a difficult relationship. It is something that continues to grow and continues to evolve. So today's talk title is What's Evolution Without Love? Which in my mind right now I have Tina Turner singing What's Love Got to Do with It? And the thing is love has to do with everything. We have love, and then we have the law. And Ernest Holmes, the founder of Science of Mind, in the final conclusion in our textbook, had this to say. In conclusion, what the world needs is spiritual conviction, followed by spiritual experience. I'd rather see a student of this science prove its principle than to have him repeat all the words of wisdom that have ever been uttered. It is far easier to teach the truth than to practice it. And it goes on and on and on, but the reality is we can know, we can learn, have our mind and learn about the principles, but and the principles sound easy. That's the key. They sound easy. And as we get involved and as we get to start putting them in motion and in action, we find out that it's not difficult. However, it takes practice. Practice, practice, practice. So if we don't have love, our evolving just stays static. It stays complacent. Think about a situation in your neighborhood. Do you have a neighbor that just drives you, whatever they do, you think they should do something different? We'll just say that. I have a neighbor that plays the drums at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I think he's done his best to soundproof his room where he plays. However, we share a common wall because in a townhouse. Anyway, it is really challenging for me to love my neighbor when my sleep's interrupted, when I have to get up and have to go to work, and he's banging and learning the drums. That is an example of how challenging it can be. But that is the challenge. The goal is to love my neighbor, love my family, love my brothers and sisters and siblings, and do it with love. It's radical. It's a radical love calls us out to love one another. It's radical because it's so much easier just to close the door and be angry about it, but to actually go through the process and love them anyway. And this is the beloved community in action. So Science of Mind's principles, we talk about them each week, and today we're going to cover 3 principles. The first one is oneness. And when we're together and somebody says we're all one, if you're new to this teaching, that almost sounds like jargon. Like, what does that even mean? It almost sounds like we're in a secret club. So oneness is that we believe that there is one infinite reality. We have many names for it. God, life, universal spirit, first cause, the thing itself, Allah, name it whatever you want, the universe. And it is undivided, complete, and whole within itself. So it's undivided, complete, and whole within itself. This oneness creates from itself and is absolute, relative, tangible, and intangible, physical, metaphysical aspects of reality. We were all born from the one. That one thing. That one thing that is whole, perfect, and complete. You've probably heard that phrase. But it is also everything. It's everything and more, because it's constantly evolving. And we were birthed from that. Okay? That's the first big concept. The second principle we're going to talk about is freedom. Freedom is a birthright for every individual. Everyone. We are free to choose and create our own experience of life. Okay? That is true, and there are individuals out there that struggle more than some because of certain characteristics of their life. Freedom is a birthright. That's two. The third one is love. Love is self-givingness of the universal spirit through its desire to express itself in the terms of creation. And love is the way, love is the impulse, and law is the way of creation. So love and law work together. And Ernest Holmes, I don't know where he said it, but I've heard it many, many times before, that if he was to do anything more, he already gave us so much, but if he was to do anything more, he would have talked about love and less about the law, because they're equally as important. Franny Lou Hammer says, nobody's free until we're all free. Take that in. Nobody's free. I'm not free. I'm not at the highest, best free that I can be and know until my neighbor, somebody across and in another continent, I am not truly free until we are all free. So we're taking it bigger here. We're continuing to take it bigger. It's no longer about me, 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 me. It's about the I, the we, because there's no them. We're one. Remember, we come from that one. Freedom. So God created humans in its own image and likeness for us to express our individual joy and love. No one can ever take that away from the birthright of freedom in the spiritual realm. There is no limit and no limitation on thoughts, therefore we cannot be bound. We cannot be bound by precedent. We are able to think outside the box. We are able to, not just because it's been this way forever, that it can't evolve, do this spiritual evolution and change. If something is not working, we don't need to continue to go down that path. And some might say that I feel free, or the way my life is right now and today, I don't need to learn about or understand what other people are going through. Which brings up, yesterday was Juneteenth. Juneteenth is now a federal holiday as of Thursday, I believe. We have so much more work to do. I am not saying that making this a federal holiday fixes everything, because it doesn't. But it is a step in that evolution, that spiral evolution of getting to a place where the world works for all. So Juneteenth commemorates the freedom of the slaves. It ended slavery, and I think it was 1865. Yes, 1865. And some would say, well, that's history, it doesn't matter. And when our history is ugly, when things in our life are ugly, and it's difficult to look at, it's difficult to move forward, it's easier to just turn away and go another direction. We are called here right now to open our eyes and our ears and listen to our history. Listen and feel how it feels about certain parts of our history as Americans, and start there. I'm not going to make this about me. I'm going to listen. I'm going to learn about it in a macro way. And then as I go through my learning process, I'll drill it down, and I'll learn from individuals and get a sense from people of color, and learn from them. Don't ask questions. Tell me why it's this way. I suppose you can, but listen. Get involved in these conversations. So Opal Lee is 94 years old. And she's an activist, and she is known as the grandmother of Juneteenth. Hooray to Opal Lee, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. A powerhouse to continue to strive her whole life to be a change agent in this way, where there's acknowledgement, there can be a space where we can start to heal these wounds that go deeper than we can even imagine. Heal and start moving through and growing this idea of none of us are free until we're all free. And we step in and do our piece. Love is a self-givingness of creation. All Spirit wants, all God wants, is to give us our good. It's constant. You can't use it up. It is constantly giving, and if we're aware, we're constantly receiving. Giving and receiving, and in this thing called love, which love points the way, the direction, and the law makes it possible. So today is Father's Day. It is June 20th, 2021. And today we celebrate our fathers who've had roles in our lives. Those that gave us the gift of life. Those individuals who've provided us the masculine energy and the support and the protection and the wisdom and the generosity in our lives. And that doesn't necessarily have to be a birth parent. Father's Day and Mother's Day for some is very triggering. because we have in our minds, or at least I do, I have in my mind the parents I wish I had. And I've come to realize I got the parents I deserved. And what I got was parents that I needed. I needed those experiences. Some of them are pretty rough, but I needed those experiences to grow and be who I am today. So this idea of this masculine energy, we say thank you. So grateful for all of those men in our lives. So today we celebrate fathers. And one father I want to talk about, his name is Rob Kennys. And he is a father of two and raised his kids, and they still talk to him. That's kind of his plug, and he actually wrote a book as well. But his father left when he was 14 years old. He was the oldest of 7 siblings, and his father left for he and his younger siblings to fend for themselves. So imagine day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out, 14, we'll just take him as the example of the types of feelings, the types of things that we can glom onto. This was my fault. I'm not worthy. I hate him. He's no good. I'm no good. The struggles of where's enough food, like all of those things. And you could stay in that victim consciousness, that place where, why did this have to happen to me? Why? My life is so hard because of what my dad did when I was 14, and here we're now 60. There comes a time, only if you want it, because you have to choose, but there comes a time when you're ready to say, I am ready to let go of being a victim and work on forgiveness. And we always start with forgiveness for ourselves or for the person that we believed harmed us. And we go through that process. But also at the same time, there is this calling to do better. So he knew when he brought his children into this world that he was going to be the best father he could be. Best father he could be. Well, then, his kids got older. Bottom line is, he started a YouTube channel, and the YouTube channel is called Dad, How Do I? And what he does is, Dad, how do I fix a toilet seat? Dad, how do I change a tire? And they're just little clips of things that are important to know, or that they're a good base to have in this thing called adulting. There are, believe it or not, there are youth out there that don't know how to vacuum. They don't know how to use a toaster oven. Just as some examples. Anyway, he starts it just to have a little fun. But what happened next was so powerful that the letters started coming in, and he was responding to every single one of them. And then he got this flood, and there was so many. He did a little video and said, thank you. I had no idea the impact that I was going to have, not only what this has on my life, but how it's changing all of your lives. And thank you, thank you, thank you. So it's the little things. It could be little or it could be big, but in this way, Rob started with what he thought was a little thing. And it has changed men's relationship with themselves about, I can do this without a father, or I can do this using Rob as a father figure. Okay, you don't, like I said at the beginning, you don't always have to birth. So that is love. Then we get into oneness. Ernest Holmes had this to say: we all receive some light, and the light is the same light. There is one nature diffused throughout all nature. God's incarnated in all peoples. So, our lives are cycles. We move and we grow in cycles. So sometimes I am the light. I am the light of the world. And sometimes I go through cycles where I'm in the darkness, where it's time to rest. It is time to reflect. So light and darkness aren't two separate things. They are from the one thing, but they're an aspects. They're two aspects of that one thing called life. So we must learn that to be able to celebrate the different seasons in our life and how they show up for each of us. So tomorrow is the summer solstice. It is the first day of summer in the northern hemisphere. It is the longest light day of the year. We move into summer. We move into summer here, and we think of things like the beach, camping, barbecues, out and about, and I am the light of the world. And then when we get into December, that's the shortest day of the year, and we start to go into another season, another cycle. So let us celebrate tomorrow. Let us celebrate that which provides not only light, but life itself. Let's have a celebration. Thank you, Spirit, for this beautiful day. I'm in it. I live it. I am the light of the world. And this is a time for us to reconnect with our light within, without, and above and around, because it's everywhere. So tomorrow is summer solstice. So a call to action. Spirit is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. It is the one changeless reality that is love and light that created to express love, light, and joy. Each of us is free to express ourselves in whatever way we see fit. We get to choose. That is the beautiful, beautiful thing, especially when we choose the direction that is that works out great for us. So we're working on this idea of oneness and this idea of interconnectedness. We are loving our neighbor as ourselves. We are stretching that out, just like Ernest Holmes said, show me in action instead of all the words. The words are meaningless unless you put them into action. The universe spirals upward because it's powered by love. Love is the answer. So what do you need to know are the things that will help you be successful at this call to action? First, you need to be willing. You need to be open. And you need to be teachable. When we aren't teachable and we are shut down and we are closed, there is no movement. There is no spiral movement upward. We're closed down. This is the way that it always is, and this is the way it's going to continue. So educate yourself about Juneteenth. Call the men in life that have given you their time, their talent, their treasure, and tell them that you love and appreciate them. And third, honor your unique journey and the cycles of your spiritual path. Ask yourself questions. Here I am today, and you can go online. I'm celebrating solstice online at Stonehenge. You could go on my Facebook, I like the event, or just search and find an event and participate. And as you participate and you're seeing what's going on out there, ask the questions within. Am I being called? Is there something that my heart desires? And I begin with love, not resistance. It's always with love and not resistance. That's it. Thanks for spending time with me. Until next time, know that you are loved, honored, and seen here at the Camarillo Center. A couple of announcements. First one is I'm so excited that we are starting to meet outside once a month in a park. We are having our first gathering next Thursday, June 27th in Nancy Bush Park. I am so excited to see all of you in one place together. If for some reason you are concerned about social distancing, we will have that in place. We will have a system in place so you will be able to tell by color the person that you want to contact and connect with, their comfort level. We want to ensure that experience that they are looking for outside. So you can bring your animal on a leash. We will have water there for animals. And bring your chair. We're going to social distance. We're going to gather. We're going to share. We're going to... I can't wait. If you are wondering how to give to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, we have multiple ways. First way, you can send your check to P.O. Box 2360, Camarillo, California 93011. Second, you can sign up for Text to Give. Takes between 3 and 5 minutes to set up. Super easy. From then on, you, like a regular text, select our number, our secured number, put in an amount, and that is your tithe or your gift to the center. We also have PayPal. So all of these links are down below in the chat if you want to click and donate now. If you are interested in electronic tithing, please contact the office and we will be happy to discuss what the program is. We will provide you the forms and then address any questions that you. Here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, we are radically inclusive, which means no one is excluded. Everyone is welcome. And we are spiritually progressive, and we transform lives. So I'm so excited, and I want you to know that you are honored, that you are loved, and you are seen here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. And again, I'm looking forward to seeing you face to face, eyeballs to eyeballs in the park next Sunday, June 27th, 10:30 a.m. If for some reason you can't make it or you really love watching service online, we will also have service online at 10:30 as well. So again, we have all the options because everyone is welcome.
It's been wonderful to be with you today. Let's end with this wonderful benediction. Something wonderful is happening through me, through you, through us. all the time. Here we go. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. Something wonderful. It's happening through my mind. It's happening through my body. Right here in my heart. And I let it be. Something wonderful. Something wonderful. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening through you right now. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening through you right now. Something wonderful. It's happening through your mind. It's happening through your body. Right here in your heart. So let it be. Something wonderful. Something wonderful. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening through us right now. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening through us right now. Something wonderful. It's happening through our minds. It's happening through our bodies. Right here in our hearts. And we let it be. Something wonderful. Something wonderful. Something wonderful.